Hello, I'm Lori Matoyer. Get ready to be dazzled for the next hour as we journey through the world of high fashion and glamour.
You better work.
The Ebony Fashion Fair turns 45 this year, and we're celebrating. It's a fashion show that African Americans have enjoyed for generations. But Fashion Fair isn't just about clothes and makeup. In fact, the annual event has raised millions of dollars to send youngsters to school. The credit for starting the show goes to 3 women. Jessie Dent, who came up with the idea, Frida DeKnight, who developed it, and of course, Eunice Johnson, a publishing pioneer who backed the show from the beginning and has presided over the franchise since its debut in 1958. So sit back and enjoy the excitement of Ebony Fashion Fair, 45 years of glamour.
This is Ebony Fashion Fair, 45 years of glamour.
I have one thing to say. You better work.
It was the first forum where it actually showed black women in all hues and colors.
Today, Fashion Fair travels coast to coast to nearly 180 cities, making stops in Los Angeles, Seattle, Chicago, New York, Atlanta, and Kansas City. The show also visits parts of Canada and the Caribbean. Getting to this point was an uphill battle.
Mon Dieu, mon Dieu, mon Dieu.
The difficulty came in trying to buy the clothes, and especially when we went to Europe. You know, a lot of designers didn't want to sell to us because they had the feeling that maybe you came in for charity and you weren't interested. They didn't realize how much we wanted to spend in buying the clothes. And when they saw we were spending like $25,000 for a dress and so on, the word spread around and we were able to buy. Oh, it was tough.
I was the fashion commentator for the Ebony Fashion Fair, and my role was to travel with Eunice Johnson throughout Europe. And we would go to all the leading designers of the world to select clothes for the Ebony Fashion Fair. You'd go to Paris, you'd go to Rome, you'd go to Florence. You learned a lot. It was fabulous. You really had to know how to eat. I learned how to peel a grape. I learned how to cut fruit. I'm a girl from Harlem. It was the best experience. You can't get that in the book. And it was just a pleasure to know that this was a black woman, an African-American woman, or whatever, a Negro woman, whatever you want to call us, and then who could afford these clothes. And I used to write the check, write a check for $50,000. Oh, that was fun. That's delicious.
Ebony Fashion Fair displayed black buying power and revolutionized the image of black women, from caricature to catwalk diva.
The image was just very plain Jane, humdrum, very derogatory, really. It had progressed from images of slavery, but it was still a rather derogatory image. And the Johnson family knew that African Americans are very beautiful, and they wanted to celebrate that. They wanted to celebrate the beauty of African American women in all their hues.
Someday we'll all be sugar me free.
She really opened so many doors in terms of civil rights in the area of fashion.
There are furs and fringes, capes and coats, hats and halters. Day wear to evening wear, the clothes go to the extreme. From what to wear to church to what to slip into when you're feeling naughty or nice. Things move pretty quickly as models slip in and out of over 200 garments and accessories.
We have dresses that range in the lower thousands or upper hundreds to like a range of between 70 and 80,000. That's the Givenchy is one of our most expensive dresses. The key factor to it is that it's hand-painted silk, and then the detail, the work on it with the exposed side of the dress is what makes it so expensive.
While the show continues to move forward in style, Fashion Fair also sees its nearly 50-year run as a time to reminisce. Last fall, organizers displayed fashions from past seasons and invited back its notable voices.
And thank all of you. Honey, that's the flapper dress if I've ever seen.
It's been 25 years since Audrey Smaltz commanded the Fashion Fair stage, but her sassy style of commentary is unmatched to this day.
I had a sense of humor. I related to my audience. I looked out there, I saw them, and I brought them in, and I would say wonderful things, fun things.
Honey, this is not your ordinary leather. This is Ebony Fashion Fair leather. Mama may have, Papa may have, but God blesses.
That's got his own. That's got his own.
I still feel a part of the family, even though it's been almost 25 years for me.
The audience went wild the first year that we brought out the full-figured model. And they continue to go wild, and especially when she steps out in a swimsuit and looks fabulous, the audience is just like, wow.
Yeah, I'm full-figured, but honestly, it doesn't bother me. You know, I feel really confident about myself. Actually, I think I represent the majority of women that are out in the audience.
Now you see, ladies, you don't have to be a size 2 to be sexy.
Have self-esteem, no matter who you are, no matter how big, small, tall, short, thin. I think that you love yourself and that's gonna come across. You know, why shouldn't I have confidence? I'm a beautiful person.
But beyond Ebony Fashion Fair, the industry can be tough.
In the 70s and 80s, the girls hung in there for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Now they just hang in for a couple of years. You know, I know why, but they don't get hired. You know, the racism is fierce, more now than ever. They say it doesn't exist. It exists. You see one girl in a fashion show, maybe 2, out of 20 models.
But Toby Brown and the other Ebony girls seem unstoppable and might survive after all.
I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it. I will survive. Keep on surviving.
Eunice used to say she wants those clothes coming and going so that when they went down the runway, they look great, and when they come back, so that it looks good coming and going. You know, the clothes move, they turn, they were colorful, they were incredible.
Who's that lady? Who's that lady?
But by and large, the clothes are over the top, cutting edge, the best that designer could possibly do.
Being over the top is not the only thing that sets Fashion Fair apart.
Eunice Johnson had to purchase all the clothes because they were used from September through April or May. So those garments are on for more than 200 times. So you can't expect somebody to loan you the clothes.
We will dry clean about once every couple of weeks or so. There are certain cities where I have an association with the cleaners where I know they can take care of the clothes for us.
whatever I need to go to fix the garment, if it were to tear, we'll just pick it up along the way on the road as we go.
And what happens to all the clothes at the end of the tour, you wonder? With the exception of a one-time sale decades ago and the New York Retro Tour, since 1958, all the clothes have been under lock and key.